All right, time to rank some Silksong tools. So I've ranked them basically how I did last time, which we got S, A, B, C, D, F, and Primal Aspid Bad. Primal Aspid Bad being absolutely worst of the worst. Do not overuse. And I'm a player who has 100% in Silksong and done most of the achievements, so it's coming from a player who's played the game for a while. We're gonna start with the Pimpalo, which is like a little grenade, which yeah, it's pretty good. A tier, it does good damage. Then we got the Poshanka. The Poshanka, we're gonna put that in A tier also because it's a pretty basic weapon, but it does what it needs to do. Ascendant's Grip, one of the best yellow tools out there. It's usable in any scenario. That is definitely a S tier. Barbed Bracelet, you're really only using this if you're grinding rosaries, right? Unless you're a hitless player, and I respect that. We're gonna put that in C tier. Collet Pouch, who would I be if I didn't put this in S tier? Next, we got Dead Bug's Purse. First of all, it's a dead bug's purse. That's creepy. Second of all, unless you're losing your rosaries all the time, it's completely useless. F tier. Delver's Drill. Delver's Drill is really, really fun to use. It's one of the most satisfying red tools out there. But a lot of enemies happen to have helmets that can prevent damage from this from even occurring, so I'm going to put it in B tier just because it's not usable on every enemy. Magnetite Brooch. It's Gathering Swarm. C tier. Oh, C tier. C tier. Bone Compass. Now, I know in Hollow Knight I ranked Wayward Compass a little bit low, and now that I look back on it, I would have ranked it a little bit higher. So I'm gonna make up for that. This is S tier because Silksong has a gigantic map, and you need to know exactly where you're going and exactly where you are at all times, or else you're gonna get completely lost. Really good for that. Next, we got Rosary Cannon. Um, yeah, this one's really powerful. I will just say that. Probably D tier because you literally lose money when you use this. Flea Brew. One of the best early game tools. At least I got it early game because I just immediately went for fleas. Because I remember that getting 5 grubs in Hollow Knight gave you a mask shard, but getting 5 fleas in Silksong gives you this awesome tool and moves you to Greymore. But it's an A tier because you can use it anywhere. Lifeblood, also known as Plasmium Flial. I think that one's an easy S. It just gives you extra lives. It's super helpful. Okay, we got Mirror. Mirror is useless. D tier. Twin Mirrors, however, pairs very well with with crests. This one just doesn't. I'm gonna put it in B tier because this does a lot more than this. Next, we got Cogwork Wheel, basically a lawnmower. This one goes to A tier because it's so nice to use. Okay, next we got uh, this thing, ice cream cone, F tier. You can't even aim this thing. We got Boomerang. We're gonna put Boomerang in B tier because it's solid, but it doesn't have the range that I feel like I would need or the speed. Okay, next we got Double Boomerang. Double Boomerang goes in A tier because yeah. Magnetite Dice, the most gamble weapon ever. We're gonna put Gamble in S tier because it's just so good. With Wanderer's Crest, you can get damage buffs and health buffs, and which with every other crest, you can get health buffs. Next, we got Egg of Flelia. Wish I was making that name up, but it takes up a spot for a blue tool and only decreases your silk skill casting to 3. Next, we got Spool Extender. Wish we had something like this back in Hollow Knight, but I mean, we'll put it in A tier. It's pretty nice to have. Ooh, this one's S tier. It's basically the Shaman Stone of Silksong. It amplifies and electrifies your spells. I mean, silk skills. Jeez. Too much Hollow Knight. Next, we got Sting Shards. This thing is pretty much the most usable red tool. I think this is S tier. It's so fun to use too, because you bait them into your little trap and then it a lot of fun. Next, we got Long Nail. I mean, Mark of Pride. I mean, Long Claw. Oh, jeez. Long Claw is exactly what I just described it to be. We're gonna put that in B tier just because you can get it really late in the game, and once you're at that late part of the game, you're gonna kind of know how combat works, and you're not gonna need the extra range. All right, this thing, also known as Groll Repellent, is really good for bile water and putrefied ducks, but not much else. The the thing is, just because of how good it is for the most difficult areas of the game, I think that earns itself a B tier at least. Nah, just kidding. We're marking that up to A tier. Injector Band. Easy S tier. This thing just one and done with the heals. It's perfect. And the best part is when you pair it with things like multi-binder. I use the multi-binder and ejector band combo whenever I play Silksong. It's always on. Deep smart. Well, it's breakable. It's unbreakable greed or fragile greed, whichever you call it. Except for it makes you lose rosaries when you get hit. I mean, it's pretty good for rosary grinding, but then again, it goes there with the magnetite brooch and barbed bracelet. Maybe I should just rename C tier to grinding tier. Fractured mask. I didn't use this one at all on my playthrough, which is why it gets primal aspect. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't click off the video. It's S tier. This thing gives one extra life. It's basically like Carefree Melody, but like not at all. You know what I'm saying? Memory crystal. This thing doesn't do anything. If you get hit, it just leaves a hornet that just spikes out sometimes. It's just not good. It's F tier. Hogfly. It's basically a primal aspid. Just kidding. That goes S tier. But multi-binder here. This one also goes S tier. I know I'm putting a lot in S tier, but this game really did deliver with great tools. This and the injector band definitely go together. Eye of Druid. This one goes into B tier because it doesn't give you much soul per hit. Eyes of Druid. This one goes straight here because there's basically no difference in functionality. We got Explodey Stake, also known as Volt Vessels. These things are great, especially when you throw them as like the bola. They're really good. And the stakes also work pretty well for boss fights. So that one's S tier. Also because it's super fun to use. Yeah. We're gonna put that in D. If you do use the Great Slash, then this is probably a really good charm for you, but it's not for me. Long Pin. Kind of hard to hit people with, but I'll give it C tier. Because it comes with a lot of long pins and does decent damage. Straight Pin. Yeah, no, this thing's A tier, just because of how nice it is to have in the early game. Now, I should put this one in Primal Aspid bad, just because it's Primal Aspid. You basically become one, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put it in A tier, just because it's basically like triple straight pin. Flint Slate. Flint Slate makes you absolutely hyper and makes fire damage appear on your weapon, which is really good, so we're going to put that in S tier. Quick Sling. Practically useless. But, I mean, if you're trying to spam out as many weapons as possible for those Architect Crest users, I can see that being justified. We're about in C tier. Reserve Mind. Not something I usually use, but I still don't think it's a bad charm. We're going to put that in A tier. Sawtooth Circlet. This thing won't work unless you build your entire build around it. The F tier. Worse than F tier. Primal Aspid bad tier. It's not good. Scuttle Brace. Literally just dash to the opposite side. It's not that hard. F tier. Worse than F tier. Primal Aspid, bad tier. Shard Pendant. Early game grinding. C tier. That C tier. Silk Speed Anklets. Absolutely broken for a yellow charm. That one goes in S tier. It's super nice because it doesn't take much silk and you can get around super fast. Magma Bell. Deep Docks and Far Fields justifies the need for this. It goes in C tier, but it's also not like usable anywhere else. So, I mean, super nice for the Abyss section though, where you're going down to the Abyss for the diving bell. Speaking of bells, we got more. Warding Bell. This one, yeah, it's really, really good. It goes in A tier. Just because it's not as good as like Cogfly and Multibinder. But this thing can save lives. It's also nice because if you finish a heal before you get hit, you have a split second where they can hit the Warding Bell shot and get hit by the Warding Bell. And you could have gotten your full heal. Snitch Pick. No, no, not Snitch Pick. Thing is, if you're really trying to get through an area fast and exploring like to find new stuff and or you might think that, oh, I'll just put this on, I can get some rosaries on my way. The amount of time that it's gonna take to grab all those rosaries without magnetite brooch, of course, those two would have good synergy. But by itself, that thing doesn't it's not gonna save you any time. Alright, we got the strings of death, as I call it, because you're gonna die if you use this. Primal Aspid bad. Tax. That's S tier because with the poison from the polyp pouch, super awesome. It's a great combo. And pretty much anything that walks will be able to take damage from this thing. Really good for Lost Lace. Alright, now we got you see, I didn't check if there were the 3 different silk shots, so we're just gonna rank them all combined. So the silk shot's really nice because it has a lot of shots in it. And it's pretty solid all around. Yeah, it's really good. I'm gonna put it in A tier. Next we got Lantern. This thing just gives you another silk heart, which is okay, I guess. We'll put it in B tier. Weighted belt. Reduces knockback. Reduces knockback. Put that in C tier, just because it doesn't do much. And Wisp Fire Lantern. This thing's pretty good for getting passive damage. We're going to put it in A tier. Well, take your screenshots now, guys. This is my Silksong tool ranking. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know by subscribing or liking the video. Hey, maybe if this video does well, I'll add the Sea of Sorrow stuff to it when that comes out. And with that, I'm going to end the video. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.